everyone. Welcome back. You are watching Insight. Right now, we're here with our good friend Heather Foster with Foster Financial, having some good conversation today, important conversation. Heather, it's always a pleasure to have you.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, today we're talking about ensuring that your spouse is in good hands.
Yes, so
it's as simple as that, right?
It really is. This is a topic that comes up sometimes from clients, and they tell me that they're thankful for having someone in their life that they know that their spouse would be in good hands if something happens to them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about that a little bit because there's a lot of people that self-manage, or maybe they go to the meetings always by themselves and their spouse stays behind for financial advice. So eventually, though, statistically, a lot of those people may be male, or even if you're female and you're the one in charge of finances, if your spouse, you know, yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
People who've been married for a long time, there's usually some opposites there. One person usually takes care of the finances, the books, they like numbers. One's the fun one that doesn't maybe pay as much attention, but
yeah.
Eventually, a lot of times people end up being the one in charge of money, and maybe they weren't originally the one in charge of money, and there's, you know, a lot of stress and anxiety. The thing that you don't want to do is have your spouse who's already under stress because they've lost you, you've passed away, trying to deal with everything on their own, and then trying to deal with money, investments, taxes, financial planning, switching advisors, or finding an advisor if you're someone that self-manages, in the crux of that, because I feel like mistakes can be made. Choices maybe aren't the best when we're under that kind of stress. So you want to make sure you've established that relationship, not just with somebody that you trust, if you're the financial person, but somebody that your spouse is also really comfortable with. Some people are more comfortable with a female. Some people are more comfortable with a male. That is okay. That, you know, figuring that out, though, or talking to your spouse, if they're not the one in charge of money, asking them questions. You know, are you happy? Are you comfortable if you were to start meeting with this financial person on your own? Are you comfortable? And if the answer is no, maybe you want to establish a second relationship with someone that they do feel comfortable with. So I think it's important. I get told a lot that, you know, my engineer clients will say that can definitely manage their own assets. They'll establish a relationship with a portion of their investments just to establish that relationship, just to know that if something happened to them, because maybe they focus on doing all the spreadsheets all the time, but their spouse would want nothing to do with managing that money if they were in charge of it. They've established a connection, they've established a relationship with a person that person trusts and says, okay, I know that if I were to, you know, leave this earth, that my spouse has been left in good hands with someone that I trust. Not just to invest the money and manage the money, but kind of handle everything. You know, when we lose somebody, there's a lot of work that needs to go into changing the accounts around, changing titles. There's a lot that goes into a death, and having someone to hold your hand and walk you through that process is important.
Yeah, Heather, I was just thinking as you were saying that, like, you know, it's so, the people who maybe handle all of the finances, all of the money, they're aware of where things are, what things are invested in, what assets are available and things like that. The other one just may not know. So being able to have that relationship is important to know, oh, things that maybe, like you said, they didn't think about because it's just so much going on, you're able to help out in that area.
Exactly. I mean, and we, you know, we focus on that. We keep things very organized. We always know everything about our clients because of this reason. You know, we can hand somebody a net worth statement of all the accounts they have with us, all the accounts they have with another advisor, all the accounts they maybe have with an insurance person. We kind of we know everything, so we can help guide that, because there's a lot that goes into, unfortunately, somebody passing away. So if you are someone that manages your own money, or you have a relationship with the financial advisor, make sure, one, your spouse is comfortable with that financial advisor. Two, if you don't have one, think about maybe establishing a relationship, even if it's on a small level, with someone that you both can feel comfortable with, that if those investments are left in that person's hands, they're not left to make a sudden decision and not know where to go.
Communication is key, as well as building that relationship. And that's why you also have that free consultation for any of those initial questions as well.
Establish just a baseline relationship with someone that your spouse can feel comfortable with.
All right, Heather, we appreciate you always bringing that great financial advice. Thank you.
Good.
All right, everyone, take a look at your screen right now. Find out much more information about Foster Financial. Reach out to their team. They have a wonderful team that's here to help you out, get those questions answered, and of course, to build that relationship. We'll be right back.